league. Is Baker going to hang on? She is. Kathleen Baker to win it.
That's a world record! That's a world record!
A world record swim.
You always hope for a world record at these national championships, and it was so exciting to see Kathleen Baker do that, and just a really good way to cap off night 4 at the Phillips 66 National Championships. Hi everybody, I'm Jeff Cummings, joined by my co-host Amy Van Dyken for Deck Pass Live, presented by Xfinity. Amy, you know, I had been talking before the whole meet with a couple people about which world record we might see fall, and a lot of people were saying Caleb Dressel might do some stuff, and here and there maybe Lily King may chase her own world record, and then here we go, Kathleen Baker, 58.00 100 backstroke. It just blew my mind.
I don't know that anybody really predicted that, because I think if you thought you were going to see a world record tonight, it would be by Katie Ledecky, who actually was ahead of world record pace, and we'll get into that. But Kathleen Baker, it was so awesome to see her swim so well, and she really just had a tough race. And the way that she finished that, man, I'll tell you what, that is all training, all guts, all glory. I loved it.
She is all guts. I mean, she's just a wonderful girl. Outside the pool, wonderful. But of course, like Lily, once you get her in the pool, she's in beast mode, and that was just amazing to see. She's going to have an exciting rematch at Pan Pacs because Kylie Moss, who had the world record, is going to be there. That's going to be fun to watch.
Well, yeah, she's going to be hungry for that to get her world record back. So can Kathleen go faster? I think absolutely yes. So it will be a lot of fun, like a lot of these races.
Yeah. All right, so somebody else we're going to see in Tokyo at Pan Pacs is this guy to my left, Michael Andrew, who just won the 100 breaststroke tonight. Michael, it's really good to see you.
Likewise, it's been a while.
So that 100 breaststroke, you did a little bit different from what you usually do. You're usually,
that wasn't the plan.
You're usually out so fast, and we're like, hang on, Michael, but you were out in 5th place. Yeah. So you said that wasn't the plan. So when did it become the plan?
Well, so for me, inside the race, it felt like I was leading the whole way. Obviously, I couldn't see much to my left. I saw Cody to my right, and off the turn, I knew I had a good lead off of him. But yeah, I mean, I have no idea what was going on. The plan, like I said earlier, was to get out quick, like low 27 mid, and then to come back with everything I have left. And, I mean, whatever happened in the race, I guess it was for the better.
All right, we're going to take a look at this race, and this is probably the first time you've been able to watch it. So we're going to look at the 50 turn, and you are, I believe, in lane 5, so you're going to be 4th from the top. And, yeah, you're in 5th place. Nowicki and Wilson.
Dang, Devin was out there.
They were out there fast, and you just come up, and really, there is no way you could tell who's going to win. So, like you said, you don't know what's going on. So here we are at the 75. Talk us through this last 25.
Oh, so the biggest thing here is I could feel a little bit of Andrew's presence just in the waves. All I was thinking was maintain the stroke, keep the length, don't change anything, don't shorten anything. One thing I've been known for is kind of getting outside of my own and focusing on what's happening in the lanes around me. And it was really important for me to stay inside my own lane, which obviously worked out. It felt so good.
Personal best time as well. Look at that, 59.38.
4.3, 4.8. It's so close.
Yeah, look how close that was.
Yeah.
I mean, it really was that last stroke. And me being a sprint breaststroke, I know it's so hard to think about that last stroke.
I mean, especially in breaststroke, there's so many things that can change. Obviously, it's just a little bit of timing difference.
Yeah, and it was just absolutely spectacular to see that, you know, this was your 3rd time on the podium, and you've just been getting higher and higher up.
Truth is, coming into this, I was most nervous for this race because I hadn't yet qualified for the Pan Pac team. Obviously, the 50s making worlds is huge, but we're here for Pan Pacs.
Right,
at least
absolutely.
For now. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Michael, you talk a lot about your training, right? And you know, when you say that you train, you say that you're training for every single stroke.
Right,
so when you're training, what percentage of every stroke do you do every week?
So it depends on the meet. So obviously coming into this, we had the 50s and then my 100 breast, 100 fly, and 100 freestyle. And so we break it up accordingly. So we'll take it day by day. So obviously the meet, you know, it's 5 days long. So we'll try and split it in that like chronological order, in order of importance. And so when we train, we do it as if it's the meet throughout the week. That way my body gets used to that, that order of events, that speed, the rhythm, the timing, all of it in that way.
And how far out do you start doing that?
Really, as soon as we found out this was going to be the order and these were going to be the events I was going to swim. So as soon as it was set. Yeah, obviously the more time to code, the better.
Yeah, absolutely. Now you train on your own, and a lot of people may be wondering, do you start to get bored because you're in the water by yourself? It's hard enough just staring at that black line, but when you have nobody else around you, I know your dad coaches you and everything, but you know, do you ever get those moments where you're just like, I would love to just have one person in the pool with me?
Yes and no. I feel like in a traditional program, I need someone to push me. With the way we train, everything is so specific, everything's timed. So essentially my training partner is the stopwatch and my dad. And so I'm constantly training myself to push harder and to beat those times. But at the same time, you know, it is nice to have a training partner. So every once in a while, we'll have friends that come train with us for maybe a month or a week or two at a time. And that makes a huge difference because to know someone else is going through that pain with you, you know, it makes it a little easier to push through those hard sets.
Yeah, I always knew when Jeff was going through a lot of pain that it was a really good day.
Really she was the one that was making me feel the pain.
Yeah, usually more in the head. But listen, enough about these foofy, fluffy questions. Let's talk serious. Today is National Dance Day.
Oh, boy.
So when you want to dance, when you want to jam, when you really just need to feel it, what is your song?
What is my song? Oh, my goodness. My sister would know this better than me. There's a song called Dandelions. It's one of my sister and myself's favorite.
Okay.
I think it's Ruth B. I'm not sure who sings it, but it's a really chill song. And
nice.
Yeah.
So
you're not much of a dancer.
So you're a chill dancer. You're not like a headbanger guy.
I'm not a headbanger. I mean, I can dance to anything, but I don't dance often. At least not publicly. More in the shower.
That's okay. That's all right.
Be careful.
So you got a long flight ahead of you to Tokyo coming up in a few days. You're probably like, oh my God, I am going to Tokyo. Yeah. What do you do on a plane to help you pass the time?
So for me, it's whatever series of show I'm watching through on Amazon Prime or Netflix, or listening to music. That's kind of what I do just to pass the time. If it's not that, I'm either journaling or creating lists. Like I like lists, so like coming up with things that I either want to do or things that I'm getting ready for, things like that.
Awesome.
That's
well, thank you so much for joining us.
It
was so much fun to meet you and to watch you, and we wish you the best of luck.
Really appreciate it.
You got the 50 free tomorrow. Good luck with that.
Have fun.
Feel free, like free to race. Like I made the teams, now you just sprint.
There you go,
absolutely. Thank you so much. All right, another big star that was racing tonight in the women's 100 breaststroke was Olympic gold medalist and world record holder Lily King. Now she has already said that she's not fully rested and tapered, and so you know she was just going to put her spot on the Pan Pac team like Michael. She hadn't been on the team yet. And here she is, she's got a good lead, and the race for second was really intense, Amy.
Oh my gosh, I know you and I were sitting there, we were like, who has it, and I feel like that second place changed quite a few times, but if you watch here, right there, there's our girl, Katie, Katie. She comes.
She knows how to close, and Molly Hannes was really right there, but she started spinning her wheels a little bit, and Katie just got in there. And of course, Lily seems really happy with that 105.3. I actually thought that maybe in her mind she wanted to get #1 in the world and get Efimova off the top of the world list, but I think she's happy with that 105.3, knowing she's not fully tapered, and she's going to be on fire in Tokyo.
Oh, she's going to be so fast in Tokyo. I mean, that was the one thing that, you know, when she was done swimming, she said that she can't wait for taper. And I was like, wait, what? You just did that and you're not really fully rested? So it's going to be fun when she rests and she tapers. She's going to fly.
She is going to fly, and I cannot wait I just wish that this was a year where she and Efimova were going to race. I mean, it's a virtual swim. Efimova is going to be at European Championships, and Lily's going to be at Tokyo. So you know that both of them have each other on their minds.
Well, of course, but you always know it is different when you're racing that person next to you, right, as opposed to racing a clock. It's always easier to race someone next to you, harder to race the clock. So, you know, I think that although they're going to enjoy racing the clock, I think that they would really prefer to be right there.
Yeah, so speaking of someone who has to race the clock, Katie Ledecky, that's all she does is race the clock. She did that tonight in the women's 400 freestyle. She was under world record pace through 250 meters, and then, of course, you know, her not being fully rested, it starts to get a little hard, and, you know, it's still just an amazing swim. She waits 4 minutes, which still only one other person in history has done it. And I'm really happy that Leah Smith got in there for a second with a respectable 4:02. I mean, that's just really going to be great for Pan Pacs because Australians are doing very well in the 400 this year, and I think the race for second is going to be pretty tight. I mean, it may be so tight that we may see somebody else under 4 minutes.
We very well could, which, I mean, when did you ever think that we would be able to hear that? But it's so exciting. And again, Leah Smith, Katie Ledecky kind of ran away with that field, which was really cool to watch, especially because we know that they're going to be representing the United States at Pan Pacifics. And, you know, Katie Ledecky, it was so cool because I love watching her coach, Greg Meehan, on the side, just going nuts. I mean, yelling and screaming and jumping and doing all sorts of hoopty-ha and National Dance Day and getting down. and he was so excited thinking that, oh my gosh, she may be able to do this. And you know what, she came close, right? I mean, it was pretty close. We're definitely going to see it in Pan Packs.
All right, let's do the men's 400 freestyle. This was a fun race down to the wire. Zane Grothy and Grant Schultz, look at this. These two kicking hard, stroking hard. I thought Grant Schultz was going to get him here in the final 10 meters, but Zane Grothy winds it up here and gets his win, repeats, and as national champion, 3:46.53, not his best time, but still really great. And Grant Schultz, a best time, 3:46 for him. He's going to be going to Tokyo with that kind of time. And I'm really happy for Grant because, you know, he's been kind of knocking on the door of some greatness, and I'm just really happy to see that he's really been able to push through.
Yeah, it's good to see both of those guys doing so well leading up into this big swim meet.
Absolutely. All right, we're going to take a little break, and that guy right there is going to be on the show next, Matt Grevers.
Is a leading organization. It is an organization that defies all odds.
I loved it. I was like, she knows, like, this is awesome. I want to be like that. That was just a little.
All right, we are back here at Deck Pass Live, presented by Xfinity, and we're just having a little chat during the commercial break with our Olympic gold medalist. Matt Grevers is here, second in the 100 backstroke tonight. Matt, I know sometimes it's not great to get second, but I think here, I'm sure you're just thrilled.
Yeah, qualifying meets, you really just want to make the team. And I don't know if it's official, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to Japan. And unless someone does something pretty special at Pan Packs, hopefully go to Worlds next year. And so that was the ultimate goal for this meet, and check off. So yeah, I'm super pumped.
Yeah, if many of you may remember 2010, Matt Grevers famously did not make Pan Packs or Worlds, but he rallied and won Olympic gold in 2012. So he's been always that guy who can rally and get back there and do what is necessary. So it's just really glad to see that.
Thanks, Jeff. It was at this pool too.
Yeah, it was at this pool too. All right, so let's take a look at the 100 backstroke here from tonight. You and Ryan Murphy just separated so quickly, and then coming through the last 25 meters here, it was just, I know you can't really see anything in back, but did you have a sense it was just you and Ryan?
Yeah, I snuck a peek to the right and left, and I actually right there, I saw that I was actually gaining on Ryan, so I was like, I have it, I got it, and then something happened at the finish. I don't know.
Well, you just saw it, so what happened at the finish?
He had a great finish.
Oh.
Perfect timing.
Did you have a good finish when you watched it?
It was pretty good timing. Pretty good for me, really good for him. So nice. I guess that's the difference of 4 100s.
4 100s of a second. I mean, that is really close. And especially, you know, the two of you have been battling back and forth year after year. It just really can't. Oh, we got a nice overhead shot here. So really you could see if anything.
Oh, that turn. And he had a phenomenal turn, just like his finish.
That was a great turn.
Obviously very good on the details.
So where are you looking at both of those guys right at?
Yeah, underwater I go a little bit right and a little bit left. Why I wear the goggles I wear, they have pretty good peripheral. So I get to kind of take a peek, and I knew it was going to be a race between Ryan and I, and like it usually is. And I thought I had a lot of energy saved for that last 50, but I guess he did too.
Yeah. And what amazes me, Matt, I'm watching this. You are pretty much dead center the whole race. I mean, every backstroker in the world has got to wonder, what's your secret to that?
For that, I had a pretty balanced stroke. I've been working on it. Swimming outdoors in Arizona definitely is an advantage. And A little secret. I don't know. It's not quite fair, but there's a line overhead lane 4
the camera.
and 5.
I was just going to ask you that.
I didn't use it too much, but it definitely helps to get a little spot check just to see where you are. So there is an advantage to maybe going a little faster in the prelims to make sure you get a 4 or 5 spot to kind of have that line. But in general, I'll try to have a pretty even stroke, both my right and left, just to make sure I'm not veering one way or the other.
Now, you almost retired a couple of years ago, and then you decided to come back. I mean, can you think about it now, if you would have retired, how much you would have missed out on? Is that something that went through your mind during that retirement period?
All the time. This is just bonus. After 16, I was pretty sad, and I was like, I just want to swim because I like it, not so much for the accolades or the money or the big sponsorships. It was because I really enjoyed the lifestyle, and doing it just because you like it, and it relieves a lot of pressure. Not to say there was no pressure here. There's always pressure, but it wasn't as crippling as it was in 16, and I'm really enjoying it more. In the finals, I like the adrenaline instead of fearing the race and the outcome. So that difference in perspective of, thinking you're done, thinking it's over, and then all of a sudden getting kind of maybe what I wanted is that second chance is just it's been awesome. It's been newfound love for. I've always loved swimming, but now I really like racing again. And at one point in my career, racing, I feared it more than I craved it. And that when I was little, I didn't like practice. I liked racing. And then all of a sudden, somewhere it flopped. And now it's kind of flopped back. And now it's just really all-around greatness.
Now, you were telling a story as we went on air here about when you were little, and apparently there was some awful human being who was racing and spit in your lane. Tell me the story. I'm interested.
The legendary Amy Van Dyken, just incredible confidence behind the block. I saw her actually get water on you, and then you spit in the girl's lane next to you before the race, and I was like, that is awesome.
Thank you, Matt. See,
I just thought it was the coolest thing to have that confidence, and I don't know if I've ever been bold enough to play. I don't know if it was a mind game or not, but I loved everything about it at the time. Just I just like the confidence a lot. And I've tried to find my own confidence. I'm not as bold to do that, but in different ways to get confidence out there. And I think if you're racing and you're nervous and you have anxiety, you have these rituals. Rituals give you confidence. Confidence gives you comfort. Comfort gives you confidence. Confidence makes the race fast. So whatever it is, it seems to be different things work for different people.
Honestly, it was kind of a ritual. That's what it was.
Yeah,
and so,
that's awesome.
Thank you.
All right, so you're going to be going over to Tokyo most likely. I know they haven't really selected the second place people, like you said. It's most likely going to happen. And you're pretty much, I'm assuming, going to be in that leadership role as a captain.
Yeah.
What does that mean for you to be selected? I mean, you've had that role in your past. So what does it mean to be selected by your teammates to have that?
I think it's just because I'm old.
Oh,
I'm the oldest guy. They're like, this guy, he knows something, so let's elect him captain. No, it really is an honor, and I do take it serious, and I try to inspire the guys the best I can and be a strong leader and show professionalism, that we're not out there just to have fun. Yes, having fun is great, but really just taking the role as USA ambassadors seriously and just trying to be the world's best team of any sport. And I think we've filled that role lots of times before, and I think the team that's collecting right now is showing to be just a great group of guys, and I have a good feeling that we're going to be great.
Yeah.
I think so too, Matt. We think you're great, and we really appreciate you taking the time to chat with us. Thank you, and good luck with everything.
I know you probably haven't been able to chat with your wife and daughter yet, so please go.
I will.
ahead.
I'm going to call them right now. Yeah, FaceTime.
All right. Thanks so much,
Thank
Matt.
you, guys.
All right, so as you know, the Pro Swim Series leaderboard, it continues to change after every session, and we're going to take a look at that. It has changed tonight. Katie Ledecky was back in the pool, and she's now in the lead. 66 points to Leah Smith's 59. Now, Katie Ledecky is done racing, and we understand that Leah Smith is not doing the 1500 tomorrow. So that means Katie Ledecky has won a BMW.
What color is she going to get? Is she going to pimp her ride? Is she going to have my name on the spinner wheels? That's the question.
Yeah. I mean, Can you imagine? You just turned pro. You're going to get a $10,000 bonus, and you're going to get a BMW.
I cannot believe that. That is so awesome. Congrats to her.
Yeah. All right, so be sure to join us tomorrow, 1:30 p.m. Pacific, 4:30 Eastern for Deck Pass Live. We're going to have legends, Cullen Jones and Jason Lezak. next to Amy Van Dyken talking about sprinting, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to soak up the knowledge. So I hope you will too. So thanks everybody for joining, and we will see you tomorrow.